minutes here, and who will see for our starting five for both teams. Okay, first for the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11" tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the 4 slot. And looking at the Grizzlies, Conley and Allen are the guard set. And at the center position, an impressive combination of size and skill. The 7'1" Spaniard, Marc Gasol. Then there's Tayshaun Prince, and it's Randolph in at the 4 spot. Conley kicks to Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post. And so here is Chicago. Now Rose. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Gasol.
For the majority of his career, Marc Gasol has been referred to as the other Gasol. But last season, you can make that case that he surpassed his brother Powell in terms of impact on the court.
Guys, he's extremely difficult to cover on the low block. He's skilled, he's got a lot of moves he can go to, and he keeps the defense off balance.
And you know, the thing he might do better than anything else, guys, is bang the offensive glass. And he really works hard at that.
And Marc Gasol, a little bigger than his older brother Powell, very comfortable at the center position, whereas Powell is a little more of a tweener. They're both obviously so incredibly skilled.
They sure are. I mean, both Gasol's able to play in the high post as passers or jump shooters or down on the low block, and where they can use their array of offensive skills. Pretty impressive to see two players like that coming out of the same family.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they could be without Derrick Rose last season. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Now here's Rose. Feeds to Dang. Kicks it to Gibson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
You know, the Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams.
Now here's Dang, following the miss by Michael Conley. Dang with the buckets. 1:44 left in the first quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Okay.
Right side, Butler. Outside, Rose. Fires the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. A moment to check in with Doris first. Doris?
Well, Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus, he's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I've told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Thank you, Doris. Dunleavy is guarded by Davis. Dishes it to Dang. Shot, high post. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here is Bayless, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. .34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Heinrich outside. He kicks to Dunlap. Outside, Butler. Bulls moving the ball around. And Heinrich gets it to go.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
And here is Conley. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Davis. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Bulls. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Now here's Prince. Back to Conley. Passes it to Davis. Now the feed to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Prince. He passes to Bates. That 3 off the mark.
The Grizzlies had no problem with who they were. They were very anchored in their identity, guys. They were a defensive-minded team, and offensively, they wanted to try to get the ball in the paint as much as possible.
Here's Butler. On the 3 off target. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Conley off the pick from Prince. They double hit with Butler. Prince dishes to Conley.
Nice.
Outside Dang. Heinrich outside. Here's Noah. Makes it off the glass.
Good buck.
Noah's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. And Bayless kicks to Prince. Pass to Bayless. Pass to Conley for 3. Another miss by Conley. Well, Clark, just kind of continuing your thought, the Grizzlies dead last in 3-pointers taken and 3-pointers made. And Steve, I don't think that bothered them one bit. It just wasn't their game.
It didn't bother them in the regular season because they were able to get away with it, but it sure hurt them in the playoffs. When they ran into the San Antonio Spurs, that lack of three-point shooting was absolutely the difference in the series. So I think moving forward, that's the area where they have the most improvement to make.
Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. The dish to Butler. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road. Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like they do, it makes it easier to be competitive and string together road wins.
And for the Bulls, defense is one of the few things in the NBA that can neutralize a home court advantage. And Steve, a big part of why they had the success they had on the road.
Yeah, they went 21-20 away from the United Center, and one of only 5 teams in the entire East who managed to stay above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Kevin, Tony Allen has been a first-team all-defensive performer for 2 years.
È difensivamente.
Teammate Mike Conley says, quote, he's like an army general. He says crazy things, but goes out there and backs it up. He works as hard as he speaks. He gives 100% on every possession. Allen continues to try to make a name for himself, saying, quote, I want the whole league to know that I am a force. That's been my mentality since I came in. I'm grinding.
Well, they call it grit and grind. That's what he's brought. Thanks, Doris.
The Grizzlies focused on trying to get more bang for their buck in terms of what they were paying guys, and the first shoe to drop was the trade of Rudy Gay. Just didn't want to commit to that big contract. Thought they could do a better job spreading that kind of money out over more players.
Now here's Allen, looking for his first basket in history. Chicago leading by 7. Rose passes to Noah. He dishes it to Heinrich. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Hey.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Bayless kicks to Pondexter. Defended by Butler. A nice shot by
Pondexter.
And now it's only a 5-point Bulls lead. And for small market teams like the Grizzlies, that is something they have definitely always got to be considering. Are we using our cap space, Steve, to the best of our ability.
I think for the most part they were, but they just didn't feel that Rudy Gay was a long-term solution. So when the trade opportunity came about, they decided to free themselves up with a long-term financial commitment and give themselves more options in terms of personnel moving forward.
Here's Bayless. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And count it for 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yes.
That's just running the mill for him. Typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Here's Bayless. No luck. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Find the second half beginning in just a moment. Now here is Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Allen outside. He feeds it to Prince. He's covered by Dang. 13 feet away.
Hey.
Prince's shot is good.
What?
Prince has got the first bucket of the third here for Memphis.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luau Deng this time last season with a hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with bladder fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
And so Butler nails both of them. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
Rose kicks to Butler. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Dang goes in. And finished on by Noah.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
Here's Conley. After the made shot from Joakim Noah. Prince's shot is good.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Tayshaun Prince had been a Piston his whole career, guys, and I thought he might end his career there.
Yeah.
Last season, he was shipped over to Memphis to replace Rudy Gay. And it's been a hand-in-glove fit because of the blue power style of Memphis, and that's kind of how Prince plays, especially at the defensive end.
Outside Rose. Back to Dang. Boozer up top. Let's go. No good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And Tayshaun Prince, a low-mistake player, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he doesn't turn it over offensively. He can actually play some point forward because of his ball handling ability. And defensively smart. He doesn't gamble. Just uses those long arms to keep you away from the hoop and challenge your shot.
Clock at 4. Here's Gasol. Here's Randolph. There's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
You know, it's interesting. Zach Randolph had a few off-the-court issues early in his career, especially when he was with the Portland Trail Blazers. And the Grizzlies gave up almost nothing to acquire him from the Clippers. But they've got to be glad that they did, because he's developed into an outstanding player and really a good teammate as well. He's become a leader of that club. He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Randolph was asked by someone in the press court, why was he such a great fit in Memphis? He said, it's a blue-collar town. I'm a blue-collar type player. I kind of like that, Clark.
You know, that says it all right there to me. I would factor in
Go.
this too, Kevin, his strength and physicality. certainly fit with the DNA of that team. Their culture is built on effort and bruising play. And Zach Randolph fits into that nicely.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey guys, well Grizzlies head coach Dave Yeager is all in on advanced stats, and that was a big reason that he became their head coach, fitting in with a new initiative from ownership in the front office. He knows his marching orders, a team that is among the lowest in three-point field goals.
Damn.
Will, in his words, look to open the floor, spread the floor, and give their bigs more room to work inside. He said, quote, other teams aren't going to have 9 dudes in the paint when Zach's trying to back down. But guys, they're still going to play inside out. He said, quote, I like three-pointers. Layups and free throws.
Well, Doris, it makes sense. They're tough to handle that. But it opens up things for everyone else. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Wall Gang. Heinrich against Allen. Now the pass to Rose. Feeds it to Dunlap. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Three-pointer, Heinrich. There's the bucket, good. Heinrich's got 6.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Conley with it. Allen outside. Kicks to Gasol. Lets it go from 14.
Hey, see.
And that one's good.
Nigga.
6
And
points
if
for
that's
him.
on number.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rose goes in. Heinrich outside. This is to Dunlap. He kicks it to Rose. For the 3. That one goes. Count. And the Bulls lead by 3. Here comes Michael Conley. An absolutely remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that.
1 point lead.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, the talk around the Grizzlies about moving has been around for a while, but a new leadership group came in.
No,
put
can't
to
afford
rest,
that
and one of
play,
the first
Buana.
things they did after buying the team was say, hey, the Grizzlies are here for at least 15 years.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Grizzlies. Bayless comes in for Tony Allen. And as a fan of the Grizzlies and as a fan of the NBA, you like hearing that the Grizzlies being tagged to stay in Memphis for another decade and a half, Steve. That's good news for everyone.
Yeah, it is. This is a great city. Fan base that really supports its team. And the Grizzlies have turned into an excellent franchise. So let's hope that there's another couple of successful decades at least here in Memphis for the Grizzlies.
Noah gets to Gibson. That's tipped. Rose goes in, gets it to go.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers. You know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch of tight ball games.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside picking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
And the Bulls making a change here. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And
Nice.
Memphis as it goes to the bounds.
Good defense, dang.
Possession.
Lord dang.
Kicks it out to Allen. There's the feed to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. Round to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Randall.
Already triggered. Shit.
Working beautiful.
Yeah, the defense has been futile.
Yeah.
5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Now here's Heinrich. The kick out to Rose. A free ball. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Here's Gibson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Well, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Conley with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Randolph a screen on Rose. Pondexter dishes to Allen. Outside Conley. Goes up to the stroke. And that one goes home.
Dang!
Memphis as it goes out. Retain possession. Some changes for Chicago. Miller comes in for
You gotta do
Johnson.
that to him.
And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kurt Henry. I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is, keep getting there. Maybe that will take a little pressure off him, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And Conley drops them both.
You just knew he wasn't going to miss there. Not with so much riding on it.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Rose passes to Boozer. Back to Rose. From past the arc. Here's Noah. And Count the basket. He was fouled. And he's going to the line for one more.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Prince is checked in.
Well, what a great and one right there. These are the kind of plays that win you basketball games, guys.
It's Allen on the wing. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. And here's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get through all gang.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
Sure helps that they've gotten extra trips to the foul line here in the second, and that has to continue if they're going to complete this comeback.
Now Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. Pass to Noah. Back to Rose. Puts up a 3. Good.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Prince gets to Conley. Working on Rose. And it's Conley penetrating. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
That's more
Tell
than
you what,
Lakini.
that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
What a ball. Oh no.
Conley all alone. It's in. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Rose goes in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Power play.
Right now, it's really tough to stop Rose.
$30 left in the game.
And they've got to score quickly.
We have no time to waste at all.
Here's Conley. That is shot. The shot no good. Great defense that time from Noah. They go to the intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Chicago with the ball. They've led by as much as 10.
This is
And
no
that's an
foul.
intentional foul.
India
They're on the
does.
first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group.
Matter how much you buy time.
Those are good. And it's an 8-point game. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pondexter, no good. And here we go with Derrick Rose. Back to Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.